You know, uh, I don't come out here because I know a lot of people probably watch YouTube at times, and I don't mean like comments or anything, but uh, I gotta say, me and my wife was just discussing something a little bit, so I'll just warn it ain't anything to do with anybody on here. They sure the person that just happens to see this, so I want to give that warning out before I get started. But yeah, I came out here the other night and voiced my displeasure. Um, and there needs to be something done. Uh, you know, I I don't know where they got. Well, first thing I'm gonna address is, I guess the word's gotten around that I supposedly like to talk to women. Well, I do, but I don't like married women. My wife knows that never come out of my mouth. I don't want to fool around with anybody's significant other. I don't I don't do that. For one thing, like I told my wife, if ever gets too attached to these people, they can take you the wrong way, or you say something, even the slightest thing, and things can get out of hand. But no, I was on Spotify yesterday night. I can't even find it. It ain't even down here. They took it off. I don't know if they'll put it back on or not after. But I had a good time yesterday, even though why it lasted. They'll probably throw it back on sometime or another. I'll know when it's that little green thing. But I've signed up on it anyway. Um, but no, back to what I was gonna say was I just I don't know. I noticed one person unsubscribed. Well, that's all right. I said it's I'm not looking for anything on here. You don't have to subscribe to my channel. Uh, I don't know yous anyway, so I mean I'm just letting it be known now. But no, this is the only way I can get things straightened out, and it's the only way I get my opinion out. So from now on, not. I mean, if they're supposed to do something that's required for a woman to enter someone's house, and they thought they could help the situation, which seeing all these guys in here, them guys are pretty stout and big as they are anyway. You know, it's not like I don't think they needed their help. If they want to do something like that, I'm gonna have my wife go outside. I'm not letting these butthurt women come in here, especially knowing that they probably most likely are married anyway. And for the simple fact, it's not about, you know, what we're, hoping for. It's not about that when you're talking about emergency calls. So, I mean, for me personally, it'd be best that they stayed outside. Let the guys come in, let them do what they have to do. I've said it before. I appreciated what they did the other night, but thank you. But a lesson needs to be learned here. That you can't just go bringing in your spouses and because now, like I told my wife, my wife was just talking about, it just makes another person on our shit list. And my wife had brought something up, and then I just chimed in on the subject. It wasn't anything bad, like I said, but their little feelings get hurt, and I'm sitting here wondering how the fuck these people get married if they're that easy to hurt. I mean, at least the last time somebody was sitting in front of me, You know, at least I was having to get somewhat loud with them, and they were being a little bit, back talkative to me and trying to run me over. So I really didn't have much choice, in the matter. I'm just, I don't know now. Uh, I'd hope for, to something nice, but if these people can't, and illustrate a better, if they don't have it in them if you can't talk to them in the least, which if I know they's married, I just got up and went somewhere else or in another room or something. But EMT or not, they're not allowed to come in this house no more. I'm gonna have them stand out. I'm gonna tell them to stand outside. I'll make this clear. They have my verbal permission. And the guys, because y'all, I know y'all have one of y'all could check her out or something, or if a woman needs to check her out, they can go outside. She can go out there and go outside. I don't want to do this anymore because it's hurting me now. Because I'm on restrictions as it is, unless it's somebody that wants our offer anyway. I don't want to take no more chances, even in the slightest. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to speak to them. Like I said, otherwise, if it's something to do with our offer, I don't want anything to do with no other. I can say hello, things like that when I'm out in the store or something, out and about. I do that. But no, I don't want friendships from these people when they come out here on emergency on emergency calls. Well, it's not happening anymore. I'm making sure of it because they overdid it and overreacted. Like I said, my wife and I both said this was not necessary. I mean, one of them, there was like 4, 5, 6 guys in here. All they had to do was, say something if they had a question. I mean, my wife was right here. But they failed to do so. So one of them persons, people came in here, these butthurt women came in here and, sit right here in this chair. I still got it beside me. And it's bad when you can't even talk about how you, well, my wife, like I said, she brought it up a little bit. And because that woman made it known she's the one that was going to be supposedly, and I say that, supposedly going to be the one that hired her. Because even I don't know that, even if this situation did not happen. You still got to keep your guard up. Yeah, even if this situation never happened, you're still never guaranteed anything. So, like I said, whoever's person that was, thanks a lot, because, you just made another person mad at us. Now, you got to hear it for the rest of your life now that you let her out here. And you did have a choice. You could have had her sit out there in the vehicle, in the warm, with the heater on or something. It's not like I want her to be outside cold. But I definitely don't want somebody coming up in here getting all lovey-dovey and all that stuff, start hugging and kissing and all this stuff. It's too much, even for me to bear, because I don't feel comfortable touching someone else's significant others. I'm sorry. I got kisses on the cheek or on the lips, but it's from my family only. Or, now my wife here, but I'm not touching nobody else's significant other. I'm not looking at you. I don't even want to speak to you. After the way me and my wife got treated, this has to happen. I'm going to make sure that it's known. If there's ever a next time, I'm going to make sure when I'm on there at the dispatch. So I'm going to let her know kind of what happened up here last time, just in brief. You know, because I think there's some things needs to be, put in place. I mean, it's, like I said, I understood that they were cautious and brought out more fire trucks and things because that thing could have caught fire, but in a few minutes it took them to get here. I understood that, but like I said, we wasn't even outside, so they obviously knew there wasn't no fire. I mean, we had a door right there. We had our other door shut. This bathroom had a door on it, so we had it shut. So if I started seeing that, I'd have been heading for that door right there. There's no way, even if it was cold, and it's pretty chilly out, but, I'd have had to deal with it, though, and I had no choice. So I was perfectly going to be fine if me and my wife was not in no danger, not no immediate danger. So I mean, now they have to suffer the consequences. Not just what I'm saying, just bringing your people out here like that. I'm not allowed to touch. I'm not allowed to speak to them. I'm not allowed to look at them no more. I'm making that a rule, unless it is somebody that wants our offer, our Unicorn Bestie offer. I'm hoping my wife keeps this down because I don't want anybody in here like that no more. They go outside and check her out if they need to. I want to avoid at all costs looking at anybody else's spouses. Me and my wife never wanted anything to do with married couples. I don't care if they work for the Air Force. I don't care if they work for the police station. I don't give a rat's. That's what they do. They could be down here at the damn doctor's office that we go to. It don't make any difference. I mean, like I said, I'm in a store and the cashier lady asks us how our day is or something. Okay, or says hello. Something like that, because that's what they're instructed to do. I remember when I was bagging groceries for 3 months over at Ingles, I was like, well, you got to start talking a little bit. It just takes me a while to get things going. So I naturally, it takes me a good week or two to get out here.
Well, you have signed a paper, honey. I understand.
But no, if I had to sign a paper to give them permission, which I'd have gave them verbal. Here's my issue with it. And I've said this once, but I'm going to say it on here while I'm on here. She had no right coming in here like that, getting all touchy and hugging and kissing or whatever she's doing. Listen. I had no problem with it until I found out what she went out there and told me. Or went out there and told my wife that later that supposedly what me and my wife was trying to get through her head upset her. Well, don't bring your wives in here. Don't do it. If it's necessary and it was a real life or death emergency, then okay. If they was called for and they need to get you out and they couldn't, yeah. In that situation, you had no choice. But unless it is necessary, I'm calling all this off. Any of this stuff, I'm gonna avoid it because me and my wife told people we've got enough people on our shit list as it is, and we had no idea that there's any connections here. Of course, like I say, though, Decatur has been known for to be a small chain of gossip. Back when I was in school, that's what it wasn't no surprise. But That's all the more reason why she shouldn't have showed up. If she's the one that was over the Boys and Girls Club, or at least the thing that was going to be dealing with my wife, should have just kept her nose out there. She'll learn the next time. And everybody will learn, You have to take a different approach on things. You can't just send your spouses and your people in here. Like I said, yeah, who don't like a woman? But I don't like fooling with married women, okay? I get turned off very easily. It offends me. Very much so. Like I said, I don't get myself in that mess. If somebody, like me and my wife said, somebody wants our offer kind of thing comes along, that's okay. Come here, baby. Come here, honey. But I'm not mad. I'm not really upset at any of the guys, came out here. I'm glad they came out and fixed it. I don't trust myself getting back there and fooling with that breaker box. I'll have everything tore up. But like I said though, when it comes to married women, I don't want to fool with them. And I used to have a guy at work that, and I worked with him and his wife, but he come out here and she wasn't acting all huggy, kissy or nothing, but she was, coming out here. He asked permission first, see, and I said, well, I don't see too much wrong with it. I mean, I wouldn't think she, it wasn't like she was an eye candy anyway. I mean, it wasn't like, I'm not going to say she was, I don't usually like to judge outward appearances, but I mean, she wasn't like, I wouldn't say a Barbie doll, but like, she's attractive in her own way, but she wasn't being overly flirtatious about it or anything. She'd talk to you like if you'd met her and, you didn't know her, she's talking to you like a respectful person should. But I'm now more wary about these people giving hugs and stuff like that. And, I think it just needs to be some warnings put out that they need to watch what they're doing because, it's not nice. But yeah, I used to come out here and try to chat a little bit, and tried to, give YouTube a chance, but you people get your feelings hurt too much, or you come out here blasting me or my wife on a subject of one time out here not long ago, somebody on here made some kind of racist remarks, and I wasn't even talking about stuff like that. I was just on here, talking to see if there's anybody going to chat, And I just don't feel that comfortable about doing it now, So, but yeah, me and my wife will have her think our pay finally comes back. She was on vacation. So I assume, coming next week we'll be hearing something if it don't. Well, it depends on when the first and second falls on it. Maybe it may be, I'll have to check the calendar. So we still ain't even out of October yet. What is today?
Yesterday was the 27th.
28th.
Tuesday, 28th.
I think it's 29th. Oh, what? Here. Yeah, 29th.
29th.
So, right. Yeah, we'll be fine. So it should be getting in early November. That way, time you add all of our bills up. She was trying to get everything paid. She had a vacation schedule. And, but anyway, our pay thing's figured out now. So, no, I just felt led to kind of update it a little bit. Like I said, if somebody just wants to be a subscriber or something, and, quietly want to just put, you like some of the things I'm putting out or something. I don't know if you do or don't, but you can do that. But I'm gonna avoid any conversation texting while I'm on one of these things, because I don't know where yous all come from or who yous are. You don't have a picture, and you don't, so I don't even know anything about nobody on here. I mean, we've put out stuff on here before, and people kind of look at it, but only half-heartedly. But yeah, you won't say anything, wouldn't you, my baby? No, okay, all right,
So what's that?
all right.
I lost my job.
But I think she's in agreement. We can't let these married women in the house no more.
I lost my job. Thanks a lot, Eddie.
I'll make sure that I let them know, because it ain't every day I call. Yeah.
Because
I'll let them know they can see they can do her stuff outside. Whatever.
I can't help I have asthma.
Whatever we do, let's not have no conversation above and beyond circumstance. Can't bring up nothing. We gotta remember this.
But I wasn't being mean.
I know, but not even
but
not even in the slightest.
Then why she give me her cell phone number if I can't get a hold of her? If I can't.
Well, I didn't say you couldn't get a hold of her. I thought it was all worked out the other night. But
no, she said no because of Eddie.
What about him?
He said that she shouldn't have gave out her number to me. That wasn't good to get a hold of her. I didn't know that. I didn't know that I was going to get in trouble for just asking a question.
Well, it ain't got nothing to do with that. If she, him, or if he had anything to say back, because he was here the other night, everybody was fine. They even said that, if you need us any more tonight, call us back. I'm like, okay, but I told my wife, I said, I ain't calling him back out here tonight.
Yeah, but I'm not in trouble just for asking a question.
Well, that was her fault. That ain't his fault. That's her fault. That's why I said she shouldn't have came in the house.
I didn't know she was married to him, so I didn't know.
It don't matter. I mean, if he had a problem with her doing anything, he would have told her. That's none of our business.
She didn't tell him that she gave her number out.
Well,
and Eddie didn't know.
Well,
because I told him yesterday. He asked me how I got her number.
But why didn't I say? And everybody says, well, Derek says he likes women. What am I supposed to do with you, woman? Huh? Are you that stupid?
So he's mad at me because I told him how I got it.
Are you that stupid? He ought to be the one that ought to be mad himself. Ain't me or my wife's problem that this woman came in here. I didn't ask for her to come in here. My wife didn't certainly ask for her to come in here, and there was no call for her to come in.
He said he can't touch me without your permission.
It's fine. I know there ain't gonna be no hanky-panky going on with some other guy, for God's sake.
Yeah, but he has to go by what his boss says.
And it's not right to bring your married woman in here.
She's an EMT, though.
It don't matter. She could done that shit outside. I'm making a decree now. We're not going to be getting hugs and kisses or anything like either one of us. If they do their job, and keep it to that. I'm just saying I experienced something the other night, and I don't want anything else to do with anybody's spouses.
I don't either.
I'm not no.
That's why I took a nap because I was so upset.
If it's like I said, if it's something on our unicorn bestie offer or something, I wouldn't care. Because then I know there would be no.
Nothing to do now.
Well, ain't your fault.
Yeah.
She's gonna come in here announcing something like I remember saying, "Oh, I'm the one that's gonna hire you and all that stuff."
Now she fired me.
And I know you didn't want to go anyway after she pulled her stone, so
I did.
I walked out
I
on my
did.
jobs when it got to.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do it for the kids, not for her.
Well, she made it all about her. That's what I'm saying. So,
Kids. I would never
so
have any
I mean, that's why I don't want to fool with anybody's married spouse. Nothing against anybody, nobody's color, what you look like. I just don't want to fool with you. I mean, I had a similar situation before that at the pig. Some lady comes in and starts talking like she's, and smiles and stuff, gives off a good vibe, but then find out, oh yeah, I'm married, by the way. Why are you talking to me? If you're married, why are you talking to me? Or my wife, either one of us. Yeah, my wife will make this clear. We have a special offer. So some lady that ain't got nothing going on, ain't got nothing up her butt, that ain't like these people out here getting their feelings hurt freaking easy. She's dang right. I don't have the feelings that women obviously do. I'm supposed to not have that. I mean, most men would tell you they're probably more willful, probably got more willpower, or however you want to say.
That's why I took a nap because I was so upset. I took a nap because Tiffany said I was fired. I didn't even start. I said I have kids for nothing now. You know what? They're wrong.
But she's also the one that said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to pick you up." But see, my wife went in there and called her, and I was making a video because I was about like this, but I was a little bit harsher. Because I was upset. I don't appreciate other people's, significant others coming in here and hugging and kissing and doing all that. Why? I'm supposed to do a job, I understand that, but would it be right for me to go in Sonic or Hardee's or anywhere I work? Would that be right for me to just kiss these women on the lips? No. Because their people would be mad. And then it starts a whole big thing. I don't. Baby, look. You go over and sit down. Here. She's getting up, so I'm going to let her sit down. Bless her heart. But anyway, I hate it for her because, I don't know what ways to turn anymore. I mean, and then old Hazel, she thinks I'm on. Well, see, that's the thing. I didn't know what was off limits. I didn't know what was on. I didn't know what was off. Nothing was ever explained to me. I asked her for $1 or $2 so I could try to get some of our clothes done so me and my wife would have some freaking clothes. Before the dryer actually got fixed, you had to, call her, people out here, but Federer didn't have much choice. So, and we've been keeping distance. So, we are doing that. So we ain't really break anything. We didn't have much choice. So anyway, I'm done with speaking to anybody else unless it's going through the line and they ask something simple. Hi, hello, how your day is or something. Okay, I'll do that, but I'm not doing. Remember, my wife's not doing anything else. If you want our unicorn bestie offer, if you're a lady out there, or maybe you and a bestie, female bestie or something, if you one of them people, we've got videos out there showing you what we've got put over here. It's put up, still in the bag. And it's all right, honey. Bless her heart. But no, nobody's supposed to be out here getting these EMTs and these people, these female EMTs and stuff don't need to be getting too friendly. That ain't right. And, it's already, like I said, bad enough. We got enough people on our list, on our crap list as it is. So, it's not right for these people to overdo it. Now my wife's lost her Boys and Girls Club job because this lady went up in here and wanted to misunderstand or misquote me and my wife on what we were trying to tell her. She's like a lot of these people are today. They won't sit down there, be quiet and listen, put their listening ears on, and not get so offensive or butthurt about certain things. So I'm just letting it known out here. So if there's anybody in Decatur or somewhere, and they, because I think they heard what Eric likes to talk to women. I do, but I don't like to talk to married women. And like I said, above and beyond, just a hi or hello, that's about it. Like I said, if you're a female and you want our offer and you ain't got no husbands, you ain't got much of nothing going on, and you want to entertain our offer, well, let's hear it. That's all we're offering. We're not offering to have, any kind of friendships with nobody. Our unicorn bestie thing is all that we're offering. So, I mean, if you don't qualify there and you ain't in your 20s and 30s or something like that, if you're 40, it'd be fine. I'm not too far from that. So, like I said, if anybody out here knows anything, you're more welcome. If you want to, you don't have to. But if there's somebody out there that wanted to help us, we've tried a lot of things. We've tried a bunch of stuff. We're trying some things. We're not always on here like we used to be. But we've told everything about us, from what we like to do, the sports, music, and everything like that. That we're handicapped, things like that. We've put it all out there. If you're somebody that's watching me right now or watching me and my wife, we've got videos out there explaining this. So, like I said, we're not trying to hurt nobody, but there was something that we were hoping for and looking for, and so far nobody's come forward. So we just take it day by day. It's something that may never get done, but it's okay. It's just like me and a job. If I was to get a job, I know that I'd get laid off practically sometime within a couple of years or less. I mean, I've had 3 jobs and twice been laid off. So, I know the feeling. I was only working part-time, and they couldn't even afford to pay me a measly sum of about $90 something. at one place, and then the Hardys, they, did my wife wrong on hiring her. Now, then she went down there, as I said, she went down there and had this thing happen now down there at the Boys and Girls Club thing, because she's trying to get out and want to do something, help us, get us a little bit of money on the side. But you can't, like I said, you can't really trust too many people these days. It's hard to say that, but you can't. I mean, when I was growing up and I was a kid, me and my wife were kids, everything seemed to go better. I know. Well, I know. But like I said, if a person can get their feelings hurt. Now, like I said, I'm a certain way when it comes to politics. I have my views on that. I have my views on religion, and I would expect that to offend somebody before asking them about their job. My wife was asking if she'd heard anything from them about her application, and she come in here, said that she said right here where this doll's sitting now. By the way, she collects something like this right here. It's what she does. She dresses these. It's Gracie. And her dog, where's Spot at? Oh, who's this she got then? A bunny? She ain't named it, has she? Oh, okay. I'm so used to seeing Spot. But no, she does that stuff like this, But there was nobody was loud or yelling or anything. It was calm, but my wife and I are gonna have to set some ground rules for these emergency people. So I'm gonna make sure I tell the dispatch if there's ever another emergency, I'm gonna make sure they keep their tell the guys if they're gonna bring anybody, they're to stay outside the home unless it's emergency for people to come in, unless it's a dire emergency. Oh, murder hit. Oh, that's Sean. But anyway, no, I hope everybody, like I said, that I don't know, if I don't know you and you're a good person, hope you have a good day. But I don't, other than I just want to come out and kind of make a few things. Oh, it's Sarah. There's another one of her babies. Like I said, she got plenty of these. But we just thought we'd come out and kind of address something. It was nothing against anybody otherwise. But, Decatur, Tennessee is a small town. It's about a little over 1,600 people population-wise. It grows every so little bit. Every 10 years, we've never been below 800 since about 1980, I think. Yeah. So I mean, you take that for what you will, and we've grown every 10 years after that. So, but like I said, me and her was just coming out here trying to see if there's a way anybody would speak or talk or say anything to us, but. I'm afraid I hurt too many people's feelings, and they're easy to hurt. My thing is, my emotion is usually all I get done is getting angry at people. So, used to when I was at school, I could talk to teachers and different things. Oh, hello, honey.
I took a nap. I didn't want
Well,
you to get mad at you.
Ain't no need to get upset, baby.
But maybe I love those kids.
Hey, baby, sweetheart.
I would never had a kid. I'd rather live with them.
But that's my thing. I don't understand. Like I said, you can sit here and tell me that so and so didn't want to do this. So and so thought this was good. Why bringing your wife in front of somebody you don't know? You don't know me. What if I was to take and do something you don't want? If I didn't ask you,
I saw her on Facebook, was he? But I didn't know that
I mean,
was
my
his
God.
blog.
I mean, my God. I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying if I was to go out there and put my hands on somebody's woman or give them even the slightest, and I do like to give out stuff like that occasionally, and if it was somebody, but I just, if I don't know anything beforehand, how am I supposed to, I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind giving out hugs and stuff like that. But only, like I said, going to make a ground rule with this, unless it's a unicorn bestie thing, and it's somebody that wants that, I'm not going to do it no more because it hurts. We're handicapped. We got a lot of, problems as it is. We don't drive. We get around with Cetra, or she'll do a quick errand for me. So if you see her out and about and wonder who that is, it's probably my wife out walking. She don't ask nobody to stop. She don't ask nobody to do anything for her. And like I say, we just woke up. So we got to talking about a few things a while ago, and I thought I'd just kind of come out here and kill a few minutes. But I'm just not going to be so quick to be so nice to just anybody. And, because if there ever is another time I have to call him out here.
Yeah, but you still have to sign a paper for Eddie.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm saying he could have kept his old lady in the car. Nobody made nothing clear to me or my wife. I don't know that's supposed to be a paper sign. But that's what you get for bringing your damn woman in here and her hugging and kissing all over my wife
I do appreciate
and all that stuff. Yeah, you like it because you get no attention. If I'd have been doing that to somebody else's wife, they'd have been all mad, pissed off. So it ain't fair.
But maybe she was trying to come down from a
Yeah.
panic attack.
Well, it's not right.
And my asthma.
Still ain't right.
No, it ain't. But
And I mean, ain't no buts
Eddie's the
to
one
it.
that sent her in here.
And he was sitting there telling my wife, I wouldn't have had no problem. Oh, yeah, really? Come on, give me a break, man. I ain't that stupid. That's why I don't fool nobody. I stay to myself, see. And, I just get to where I don't trust them as much. Nobody. And I go in there, get my crap, and get out.
That's what he said. He said outside so he might get in trouble by you.
I'd rather a guy do that. What a guy works on. He's supposed to be a firefighter or EMT or whatever. So I mean, if he ain't gonna do something with me sitting here.
I knew Eddie because Eddie was
I mean,
friends
it's
with me on
not
Facebook.
like even if I don't know him, and good chances are I don't, because like I said, I'm more of a house cat as it is anyway. So I don't understand why it was such a big deal that he had to go and insult me and my wife with his old lady and bring her ass in here and cause her now she can't go down at the Boys and Girls Club to work now because this woman won't come in here and make it all about her and her hugging and kissing and doing all this stupid stuff. Like I said, it'd be different if it was a unicorn bestie or something thing. But I'm not, no. Nobody else's married women are getting nothing out of me. I find that out first thing, and I'm done talking because I can't take any more. I mean, I'm 37, my wife's 34. I don't have time for this stuff. The world needs to go back and look at the old days and go back and take a few tips from some of that stuff from the old days and quit being so easy to offend. I mean, I can't help the way I talk. I can't help the way my wife talks. We can't help the way we were born. We can't help the way people treat us these days. If I could, I'd give anything to go back to my kid days and go back to school, because at least then I had a schedule from 6:30 to about 3 o'clock. When I came home, most of the time my schedule was going outside and playing. Maybe first thing when I came in, though, eat. Usually I had a dinner cooked by my grandmother. And used to things were a lot simpler back then. Everybody wasn't so touchy and getting their feelings hurt too much by other people and listen to what other people thought, think about you. You know, used to I could go and get a comment on my haircut, or somebody I didn't even know would say, "Oh, he's got pretty blue eyes," or something. I'm sure it's happened to my wife from time to time. But no, I'm talking about by other people.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, you get that when you're a kid or something. But
Yeah, they said you were handsome the other day. Said you look very
yeah, and these people get their butt hurt. I'm stopped talking to them too. These people now at the pig were doing that too. I can't say one thing about somebody trying to get sassy and back talking.
I think you said there was a misunderstanding.
It ain't a misunderstanding. They need to shut the hell up and listen. They need to hush and put their listening ears on and quit trying to figure me out. You ain't gonna get nowhere trying to figure me out. I'm the one that's ahead of you, whoever that might be. I think ahead and I know where you're heading. Feelings all get hurt because everything I say, you know, is politically correct. I ain't saying I'm 100% perfect. I ain't saying that I'm Nostradamus. I ain't out here trying to predict the end of the world, but if somebody sits in front of me for a few minutes and my red flags go off, and I got a red flag system, by the way. So I'm sorry if it hurts anybody's feelings. But that's the way I was raised, and I raised myself up to know better. Not to be doing certain things. You get that. That. God damn. But anyway, I'm just, thought I'd come out here a little bit and talk a little bit. But, I'm definitely going to have to.
I'm still with some bullshit now.
I just wouldn't do anything. Like I said,
You were right and I was in the wrong, baby.
Huh?
You were right and I was in
Baby.
the wrong.
Maybe I thought she was fine. She sat there and called. Of course, I was on the video. And I wasn't going to turn it off just because she went in there and called her. Because I wanted her to know I was upset about that.
She's upset with me.
Because she went out there and told my wife, I reckon, that I upset her. And I didn't say nothing.
She didn't like what you said, but that you would trust her.
Well, I said, no, I said it this way. No, I did not say that.
That's what she said out there.
Well, I did not say that, and I remember exactly what I said. We were talking, you brought it up, and I brought the other thing up to go with it. But I said she's had a hard time with people, basically trusting these people because, that it seemed like, and I was telling her, how I got done at jobs that I'd had. I remember saying something in short, about how, I used to get laid off. But basically, it was, we were trying to tell her that, she's had a rough time with when people hire her, or she goes to try to get hired on somewhere, that something like that always happens to her. And so, yeah, I didn't know. I didn't go above and beyond what I was doing or anything like that. My wife was sitting right here. She just thought one thing, was trying to think ahead of me on purpose, and I'm the one that knows, But if I can't, and I never said I couldn't trust her. I didn't even know her. I just said, most likely, my wife, and I know. I mean, we have a hard time as it is. But I never said that in any certain way that she wasn't trustworthy. I just was making it clear, and she obviously, in a nice way, and she took things in the way that she took them. She should never came in here. There's no reason for her to come in here. My wife and I both said that. So that's their fault. Not ours. Keep you ladies outside. I mean, if you need to check her out, she can go right outside. And you can do what you got to do.
Just had a short panic attack.
With protocol. And I could, like I said it on the video the other night. I could have sat her down here and rubbed her head or something and talked to her for a minute, and she'd been fine.
Yeah. I just had a small panic attack.
But I'll make
And I told her that I get it once in a while when I don't know outside of it, and my husband would rub my head and kiss.
And like I said, she's the one that my wife called her, was still texting her after she called her. She said, supposedly my wife said she was texting her saying she's sorry. Well, you ought to be. You should never come in here. We didn't ask for you to. It'd be different if I was over there hugging.
I'm sorry, Tiffany.
Honey, go over there. Ain't nothing to be sorry about. I mean, I can't help it these days people get their feelings hurt, or they think I'm saying something that I'm not. I never accused nobody of anything, and I was just saying the Girl Scout thing was a fix, was fucking a rig, a con job, basically, because they didn't follow through. They knew my wife didn't drive. My wife ain't gonna just be able to jump in a car and make magic happen and be at their place where they're having their stuff at. I don't mind to stop and get some cookies once in a while, but I don't take it no further than that, and I leave. And I either, if they want to say hi or something like that, or something small, I'll do that. But no, it's like I said, it's getting to where every little thing. I mean, other than what we hope to have happen to us, hopefully one day it does for us, but no guarantees, as we all know. But other than that, I don't want anything to do with any other people, because it's getting out of hand, it's getting ridiculous, and I didn't know. Like I said, people's got too many restrictions and too many things for me, or my wife wants to fool around with me. We've been through a lot, and there's just nothing really out there that would help us to help them. They come from they're like a lot of these people are today. Their feelings and their butt gets hurt too much. Yeah, me and my wife can't put up with it. I mean, y'all need to go take that stuff on a talk show somewhere and get with it. You know. But we ain't out here to make friends. We ain't out here to do anything like that. And like I said, we've had an offer out here for a good while, for several years. We don't go out there and promote it in the wrong way. We don't sit here and do anything that would cause any negative publicity. But it's just something we put out here occasionally. And since I don't know, who anybody is on here, and since the majority of the time when somebody's commenting on here, it gets a little out of hand. I'm trying not to talk to anybody anymore because they just take things backwards. It's y'all's fault. I mean, y'all are determining what y'all's future is going to be like. All of you. Now, like I said, if it's one of you out of that bunch that thinks you fit what we're looking for, if you're slim to average body type, well, like I said, whatever color you are, it doesn't matter. And you fit our description, and you can come out here without asking for cards and money, codes and ID pictures and things of this nature. You can come out here like it's 1960 or 70, back in the old days then, and you come out here on your own free will, and you want to come out here, and you're somebody that wants what we're offering, then let's go. I mean, we'll be sure to give you attention and things, but we just got to set some more ground rules, apparently. And we can't just be letting these people in the house, not even no emergency calls. And they know who they are, these women. I'll let them go out there. My wife can go outside and she can see them out there if she needs to. If she don't, we'll let them know. But I'm not, because I don't want that happening no more. My wife and I don't want it to happen. I want to try to actually, in some ways, try to reverse this deal, and try to get somebody to like us a little bit, even if it's nothing but a unicorn biscuit, because I really don't want anything else to do with couples or, trying to be friends with anybody. But a lot of you's got some mental issues, problems you need to take somewhere else, We ain't your fix, because we're old fashioned. We see things in a different light. Yeah, technology's changed a little bit on TVs and computers and cell phones, things of that nature, but it doesn't mean you need to take advantage of them and treat them like they're your own dog or pet. It messes up things today. It messes up gatherings. It hurts. A lot of things you're hurting. A lot of people like me or my wife. And some people might be somewhat rude and say, "Oh, I don't care," or "Oh, I don't," And a lot of times these people will write shit on here, comment. Like I said, we had a few people comment, and you couldn't really see nothing. I couldn't make out anything they were typing. So, but no, we're just we're not entertaining anything. But I just kind of quickly want to kind of come out and say a few things on behalf of things that's kind of happened to us. And, she wants to show off a couple of her dogs real quick. Anything else you want to do, honey? You want to say something to her? You want to talk? Okay. I guess she's not. Okay. Well, I'll get off here then.